Hello, I'm Chef Monica, the General Mills corporate chef dedicated to K-12. I'll be sharing some ideas to help you encourage your students toward consuming and enjoying 3 servings of dairy every day and to boost the amount of whole grains in their diets. These ideas team dairy foods together with whole grains to create appealing recipes and novel menu pairing suggestions. I'm sharing 2 simple speed scratch ideas that only require stirring a few simple ingredients together before baking. These speed scratch recipes are intended to help you reduce waste. Even with the best planning, sometimes you have leftovers. This pudding base works with leftover biscuits or other breads and cooked grains. Traditional puddings are made with sugar, butter, cream, eggs, refined grain products, and maybe a little fruit. They are delicious, but couldn't exactly meet school regulations. I've played around in the kitchen and discovered a way to make delicious grain puddings using a base of low-fat yogurt, unsweetened applesauce, dried fruit, and eggs. The fruit adds all the sweetness. No need to use any additional sugar. These healthier versions provide 1 meat alternate, 1 ounce equivalent grain, half a cup of fruit per serving. Here are the ingredients for 16 portions of biscuit pudding. Use 2 ounce equivalent grain, whole grain rich biscuits. Tear or chop 8 leftover biscuits into 1/2-inch pieces and set aside. Next, mix 64 ounce bag of vanilla ParfaitPro with 16 ounces of eggs, about 8 fresh ones, 4 cups of unsweetened USDA applesauce, and 2 cups of raisins. I like to add about 2 tablespoons of cinnamon or a spice blend like pumpkin or apple pie. Fold the biscuit pieces into the yogurt spice mixture, then combine and pour into a greased full steam table pan. Bake at about 325 for an hour until the center is set and a silver knife inserted into the center comes out clean. For a rice or grain pudding, the base pudding ingredients and method are the exact same, except I replaced the 8 biscuits with 8 cups of cooked grain. Remember, for crediting cooked grains, refer to Group H in Exhibit A. The portion size for 1 ounce equivalent grain of cooked grains is 1/2 cup, so the 8 cups in this recipe equal 16 servings. I'm sure you've noticed that this is not an ordinary brown rice. My colleagues at InHarvest were kind enough to send me their Sunrise blend, which contains a variety of grains and seeds. This blend contains an ancient wheat grain that can be traced back to Egypt, a red rice, quinoa, buckwheat, and even flaxseed. Preparing a grain pudding with this product provides an educational opportunity on grains, as well as a delightful breakfast or side item. Either of these grain and yogurt puddings can be served warm directly from your serving line. Another option is to pre-portion them, add a fruit garnish, and serve chilled. Overnight oats are an easily assembled speed scratch recipe that require no baking, just chilling. I call this recipe the daily special because you can vary it by changing the fruit. For 16 servings, I combine 16 ounces of uncooked quick oats, 8 cups, 64 ounces of yogurt, 4 cups of juice, and 4 cups of canned, frozen, or fresh fruit. That math makes it pretty easy to see that each serving will provide 1 ounce of whole grain, 1 meat alternate from the 4 ounces of yogurt, and 1/2 cup of fruit. Once everything is stirred together, refrigerate it overnight so that the oats soften and the flavors blend. For service, portion into cups and service with additional fruit as garnish. Parfaits. Crisp and crunchy, ready-to-eat whole grain rich cereal combined with creamy yogurt and sweet, colorful fruit create a menu favorite that can be served all across the day. Plus, parfaits work really well with school regulations. With 1 ounce of grain, 4 ounces of yogurt, and 1/2 cup of USDA commodity fruits, parfaits easily fit into 12 or 14 ounce cups and check the boxes for meal components at every serving occasion. For the grain portion, you can add 1 ounce equivalent grain of granola directly to the parfait or serve it in an insert. One option is to serve just the yogurt and fruit in the cup and offer a variety of bowl-packed cereals so students can select their own and add cereals themselves. Another option is to serve the yogurt and fruit with cereal bar on the side. Parfait components can be served in a range of containers to keep your menu fresh and interesting. Yogurt bowls and banana splits are variations on the Parfait theme. Bento boxes or other grab-and-go containers change the look of your offerings and can work for the array of ways and locations you are finding to serve your students. Here are menu pairing suggestions using cups of whole grain-rich cereal. Each of these cups contains 2-ounce equivalent grain serving. Cereal and milk are obvious choices for breakfast, but what about menuing for lunch or supper in some unexpected ways, as do-it-yourself meal kits for students? Maybe the best part of this concept is that while you do the assembly of the individually wrapped items, the students do the final prep work for themselves, and they think of it as having fun. The two ideas are for trail mix and a takeoff on nostalgic ants on a log. The ants on a log your students probably grew up enjoying was celery sticks with peanut butter and raisins. For this version of an ants on a log meal kit, assemble individually wrapped packages of nut or soy butter, raisins, sunflower seeds, and a cup cereal such as Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Blueberry Chex. Complete the meal with celery and carrot sticks, milk, and fresh fruit. Your students can happily dip and enjoy the combination of flavors and textures any way they want. For the trail mix kit, lots of cereal flavors work, but the Blueberry Chex and the Cinnamon Toast Crunch are particularly fun. I've combined Blueberry Chex with dried cranberry sunflower seeds, and I like to add a tablespoon of mini chocolate chips. The chocolate and fruit flavors are so good together. This is what the trail mix looks like when your students have mixed it together. Remind your students to save some of the cereal in the cup to make cereal milk. Pouring milk into a little bit of cereal creates great flavored cereal milk. This is a trendy way to combine whole grains and milk, and a clever way to get students to drink their milk. The fun part about using Blueberry Chex? It turns their milk blue. Thank you for allowing me to share my ideas putting together dairy and whole grains. I hope you've enjoyed my ideas and gained inspiration for your menus.